Hey there, how you doing? My name is George, and I own a digital agency here in Chicago. I was actually just doing a Google search for some basement remodeling in the Chicago area. I kind of came across your site looking like in the South Loop area. I believe you're located like right by Chinatown, right around there. So maybe that's why yours kind of popped up. And then I kind of started digging into your site. Wanted to shoot this video because I just wanted to give you a few maybe pointers, tips, suggestions on what you can do to get your website ranking higher in the search engines. Really, you've got a nice website, and websites really are only a tool to help you generate more traffic, more phone calls, more customers coming through your site, right? That's the only reason why I build a website is not because it looks pretty, it looks cool, it's got great functionality. None of that. None of that really matters. The only reason why I build a website is to get more calls, to get more business. Okay. And so hopefully you can take some of these tips or suggestions that I give you, and you can run with them, you can implement them. Hopefully you're going to see a good change in traffic, and you'll start getting more business from your website. Okay. So this obviously is your website. I think it's actually got a lot of content on there. I mean, I'm looking, I'm scrolling, and you've got, you talk about like different green strategies, from roofing, wall panels. I mean, the list kind of goes on and on and on. So from a content standpoint, it's good. I mean, usually what I look for at least is at least 1,200 to potentially even 1,500 words of content on the homepage talking about your services, right? The only issue here is that as I'm scrolling down, the content is just so varied. It's just got such a wide range of topics that you're talking about that I really don't know what this homepage is about. I mean, there's just a lot of stuff that's kind of thrown in there. And so I don't know if you're talking about, emergency backup units on this site, or if you're talking about basement remodeling or like a complete, let's see, because a complete new construction, right? Because I think you're actually even talking about that towards the bottom that let's see, yeah, right here. You not only build houses, you're building for the future starting at 269. So like, I don't know exactly what this homepage is about. Are you talking about, whole house filtration systems? I don't know. Or are you talking about vehicle charging stations, right? I know you're kind of like looking into the future on this website, but as someone who is looking through your site for a service that I need, let's say I needed a basement remodeling service, I don't know really that that's your focus, right? I don't know that that is your focus. So another thing is, as if you look up here towards the top left of your screen, right by the tab, it says Green Construction Homes Builders, right? That is your business name, but it's not talking about the service that you provide. So I would definitely change that up. I would say, if you're trying to target more of, let's say basement remodeling is a key sector or a key service that you guys are trying to go after. Talk about basement remodeling in Chicago or in the South Loop or in Chinatown. Wherever that area is. Talk about that service plus that area, the niche plus the region or the city. That's what I always try to do, because that's how people are searching, right? If I need a basement remodeler in Chicago, I'm going to look up basement remodeling, company or service, whatnot, in Chicago. I'm not looking up green construction. I'm not looking up home builders. I'm not really looking up the name, right? I'm looking up someone to do the service in my city. Okay. And that's why this is the first indication of Google about what your website is about. You want to name it city, niche plus city. Okay. Also, what I would do here is I would emphasize this phone number. You want people to call that right away. So you want this phone number to be a nice big text, okay? Again, as far as the amount of content on here, it's great, because you've got to think of your website as basically a bridge between what Google is looking to serve up and what the searchers are inputting as a query into Google, right? Your site is a bridge, and so the easier that you can connect the search query with what Google is going to serve up, the more times your website is going to be shown, the more times people are going to call you, the more business you're going to generate from it. Okay. So a couple other things. One is what I always look for is for areas that are at least 50,000 population. Okay. Now, to be honest with you, I thought that this 60610 was actually going to be a lot less than that. So you're almost at 40,000 people. Still, if you can expand into other geographical areas, I'm going to point that out in just a sec, but you're obviously going to generate more calls from different areas, right? So let me show you. I looked up basement remodeling. This is your zip code where you're domiciled, or where your business is, your home base is at. Okay. You're not in the top 3 in the maps. In fact, I don't think you have a map listing at all. And this is very, very, very valuable real estate right here. Okay. Now, the reason why I say that is because I kept on scrolling down here. I looked at more businesses. I didn't see your business there. And maybe you are listed, but you're probably just very, very buried in the search results. Okay. Again, that could probably be because Google doesn't really know what your website is about, right? Because again, the title tag here just says green construction home builders, right? But it could be for different factors like the content, things like that. So, I actually looked you up on the organic results, and I think I found you on like the 4th or the 5th page. So I kind of closed that tab out. But in any event, it's I can almost guarantee you that you're not generating any traffic from your website because you're not on here on the maps and you're not on the Google organic section. Okay. Um, in fact, when I did a search for green construction home builders for the name of your business, this is what it came up as. What I would do, what I would change right here is, again, in the title right here, like you see how these are kind of expanded. I think it'll take up to 60 characters. I would talk about the niches that you're in and the city, right? So I would talk about basement remodeling in the South Loop, or in 60610, your zip code, or in Chinatown. Wherever it is that you're trying to target, then that's what I would talk about. You do have some of the services here, which is great, but again, expand on that in the title right here. Okay, let me let me go over here to this site that I use. It's a tool. It's called Majestic. It basically just helps me analyze a site, see how authoritative it is, see how many backlinks you have. If you don't know what a backlink is, it's basically just another website that points to your website, and it basically gives it a vote of confidence, saying, "Hey, these guys do great work. You should rank this site higher for this search term," right? So that's basically all it is. You've got one backlink here. Okay, it's not a whole lot. Sometimes it's enough to get on the first page, but more often than not, it's really not. Okay, the value of this website is actually pretty good. Okay, it's 21. The rock bottom that I like to see is 15. Okay, there's one issue with this backlink though, and that is that it's essentially valueless because it has a no follow tag. It's basically a code that says do not pass along any authority to this website. So this website right here, directory.chicagobungalow.org, is saying do not pass along any of my authority to ecohomes.com. Okay, that's what that no follow tag means. So even though this right here says 21 and it's a pretty good metric, it really is 0 because it's got this tag associated with it. Okay, let me show you one of my clients that I'm working with. They do basement remodeling in Aurora, right? So it's in your neck of the woods in terms of the services you provide, but they're still an hour and 15 minutes away from you, whatnot. But Aurora is a town of 200,000+ people. Okay, so really good market size. Okay, and let me show you what I mean. This is them right here, GC Remodeling and Construction. They're in the top 3 here of this maps, which they're definitely getting calls from. Okay, and then they're also right here, number 4. Okay, so they're number 4. You see how I've got this remodeling company in Aurora, Illinois. So it's the niche plus the city, okay? And then it goes into basement, kitchens. They're doing bathroom remodeling, things like that. So again, it talks about remodeling, and then it goes kitchen, bathroom, basement, remodeling in Aurora. So you want that, again, the string of service plus area in everything that you do, because those are the keywords, okay? This is the site here, as you can see. again, check up the top right there, right by that tab where it says remodeling company in Aurora, basement, kitchen, and bathroom. Again, so the service plus the area, okay? And then we've got it right here in the heading. And look at all of this. We've got the phone number so that people can call right away. We've got, again, we talk about basement remodeling in Aurora, why you should get your basement remodeling, if it's a good investment, factors that affect the cost value analysis, right? How to design a basement that works for you. So we keep on going on and on about basement remodeling. And I just started working with these guys, so we're going to go into kitchen remodeling and bathroom remodeling as well. So I'll be putting more of that content on the homepage. But then I've got it broken down here at the top on the menu as well. So if you go into kitchen, bathrooms, I go into depth on those as well. And those have the title tags up here at the top as well, right? Let me show you what I mean as far as the backlinks on these guys, right? So they've got 31 backlinks, okay? If I go to this backlink section, right? Sorry, just wait for this page to load up. Okay, here we go. So look at this. So even though this one was deleted, I mean, I had a ranking of 29. This one here is still there, 16, 27, 25, 12, 20, 19. So I mean, as you can see, none of these have that no follow tag, which that no follow tag is still okay, but it's just not helping in your rankings. Okay, so you can see, I mean, it goes on and on, but that's why that site is ranking really well. So again, just to kind of recap, I would really just focus on specific services in terms of content, right? Because you're kind of talking about multiple services here. All right. I would change up the title tags right up here. I would change up the phone number. Okay. Even I think towards the bottom here, you don't even have like where your address is at, your name, address, phone number of the company, things like that. So I would include that. I would just talk a little bit more about your services in each one of these. Just really expand on the content on those, and for sure, I would get you on the maps here because that's going to help, and add more backlinks, right? Because you need more of these guys to help you rank here on the first page of Google, and this actually does help with your map listings as well. So hopefully that helped. I know that's kind of a lot, and if it's not really your if you don't understand the lingo or whatnot, I don't expect you to, because it's not really your area of expertise or whatnot, but you're able to go to my website. This is my agency website, and you can kind of book a one-on-one consultation with me if you want a few more strategies or tips or even help in implementing all of this stuff. Again, what I said is your website should be a tool to help you generate more business, more calls, more business, right? It's not there to just look pretty. It's not there to look functional. None of that. It's just to generate more leads, more business, right? So you can do a one-on-one consultation with me. Here I've got all my areas of expertise, and I can help you in generating more business, right? And then here I've got some success stories. I only do work in the home services area. So as you can see, I mean, I've got number one listings. I did a carpet cleaner. They're one of my clients. I do a lot of drywallers and insulation. So you can see here I've got number one positions. I've got a tuck pointing client right here. They're number one on the maps, and they're number one in the organic rankings as well. I've got an epoxy coating client right here, so you can see they're on the first page of the maps and number one on the Google Organic. So you can certainly believe that they're generating calls off their website every single month in and month out, and they're closing business off of their website. Okay. Again, if you want some more tips or suggestions, happy to do that. You can either book a one-on-one consultation with me, or you can reply to my email. I hope this helped. I hope that wasn't too confusing. But if you need more clarification, happy to do that. Okay. Thanks. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.